Hey guys, it's Jack Punkington here, and we are checking out this beautiful Kramer Baretta special. This came out, I believe this new model came out either in 2019 or 2020. It's a pretty cool budget model guitar, and I would have to say this is probably my new favorite beginner guitar. So, it's a mahogany body with a maple neck, and I think it's either Parfaro or Indian Laurel fretboard. Now, I believe my Epiphone Les Paul Classic, the 2020, has an Indian Laurel fretboard. That, I cannot tell the difference between that and rosewood. This guitar, however, you can tell the difference, in my opinion. It's not a huge difference, but something to, keep an eye on. A single humbucker with just a single volume control and a trem system. That's okay. I mean, this is a under $200 guitar. This is a modder's dream, I think. I love the placement of the input jack, by the way. That's really cool. And this is actually my favorite look for these is all white with single humbucker. I'd actually prefer a maple fretboard, but that's just me personally. They don't have white with maple. And the other big thing, the Kramer logo, I think it's too small. I've had a Kramer Aerocaster and a Kramer Focus 3000, and both of them had the really big Kramer logo, and I like that a lot better. But this is still, aesthetics aside, this is, from that, and this is still my favorite, I think, budget model guitar you can get right now. The pickup is not too bad. We're running to the PV Butcher. I'm in drop D, which this guitar does not stay in tune very well. It is a beginner guitar. The tuners are just normal die-cast tuners. They're not locking tuners. It's not like a locking nut or anything. And like I said, the trem system's okay. It does not stay in tune the best. I will be honest though. So, really with this guitar, the biggest thing is how simple it is. Like I said, just one humbucker and a volume, that's it. So if you want to just, with the setup like I have, where I have a one-channel amp, that I usually leave the gain at a fairly mid-stage. If I want more, I add a boost or add an overdrive. If I want less, I roll down volume on the guitar. So play softer. Now, I actually don't use a trem system a lot in my playing. This isn't, like I said, for what it is, it's not bad. But that's really what this trem system is for, is just stuff like that. You don't really want to go on it, or because now it's out of tune. It's really only the low string that goes out of tune, which is interesting. I have aspirations to mod this. I picked this pickup up. It's gonna go in it. So it's actually in a Seymour Duncan Trumbucker box, but it's a Seymour Duncan Invader. Got it in a trade. So I'm gonna put that in here, and I might put a Floyd on here. Let me know what you guys think about that. If I do, I'll probably just put on like a Floyd or a special. And yeah, we'll see. So add an overdrive. Really boost the amp, and this is what you get. That's one thing I want to like talk about. This neck is pretty nice. It is skinnier than, you know, like a baseball neck or like a standard C, but it's not too dissimilar from like a Fender C neck. That you would, you know, if you go from switching from a Fender Strat to this, you wouldn't feel too out of place. But it's still like skinny enough that I can, you know, stretch relatively and it not kill my hand. It still, you know, hurts without practice, but, you know, it's not impossible. And if this was something like a Les Paul baseball neck, it would be a lot harder, so. But overall, it's a really neat guitar. I love Kramer. Not a bad guitar by any means. It'll be a fun mod project for sure. This video was supposed to be out a couple days ago, and I'm sorry about the lateness on this, but had a couple technical difficulties. But I enjoy this. The things I want to like say that are negative, the pickup honestly I think is not that good. It's an Epiphone pickup. It's their Alnico 5, I believe. They just call it an Alnico 5 magnet pickup. And it's very muddy, very dark. It's super dark. So I don't really think it's, you know, I mean, it's, for what the guitar costs, it's not bad. It's not like it's like the worst humbucker by any means necessary, but I definitely think it's, you know, in my opinion, worth replacing it. The pot in here is actually a full-size, it's a Korean pot. It's not, which is weird because this is made in Indonesia, but it literally says Korea, or made in Korea on the pot. It's not CTS, which that's fine. I'm going to replace that with a CTS pot. And like I said, Seymour Duncan Invader is going to go in it. This is actually an older one apparently. It's like a vintage one. I don't know. And locking tuners, maybe not if we go with the Floyd Rose. Let me know what you guys think. Should I do a Floyd Rose? Or is there a similar trem system to this that I could just dive bomb on, and that's like not too crazy. I mean, I'm not much of a shredder in terms of that. You know, I don't use tremolo picking. This is like, you know, the closest I ever usually got was a Bigsby. So. So, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think of this. Couple other announcements real fast. So, I have a Twitter now. I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen like you can see it, but I have a Twitter now. I had one before, but I never really did anything with it. So, this is a chance. If you want your voices to be heard, follow me on Twitter. You know, I'm going to have polls and just a couple ideas. You know, you'll see new upcoming video updates, and just maybe I'll post stuff from my everyday life. I don't know. Something to think about. I've really wanted to do something like that because I'm not a huge person in terms of social media for the channel. I had a Facebook. I have actually had 2 Facebooks, and I don't really use them for this channel. So the other thing I wanted to talk about. Well, I can't find one right now, which I should have prepared for whatever, but that's not really my style, so whatever. So I have a sponsor kind of now, and I'll explain the situation. So I have another guitar behind me. It is this beautiful Flying V that I've been wanting to get my hands on a Flying V in such a long time. This will have its own video. But the seller of this Flying V, I told him I had a YouTube channel, and I'm excited to put this on the channel. He is someone who works in retail. I believe he's also someone who buys, sells, and trades stuff like me, but I think he does it a little bit with everything. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. I'm sure you'll probably watch the channel at some point. Anyway, he is also a real estate agent, so he's doing a weird partnership with me. He's going to, I'll have his description, or his info in the description, I should say. And if you guys need a house in the Indiana, Kentucky area, I think it is, or if you just need someone to find you something, kind of like Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption, he's your guy. Every time you buy something through him, through the channel, a little bit comes back to the channel, or comes back to me, which I'm going to put into the channel for other things. So definitely, I recommend checking them out. He's a nice guy too. I've talked to him a few times on the phone. His name's Pete. Hi Pete, if you watch the video. But anyway guys, Jack Punkington signing out. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.